What's going on, guys? It is the bearer of good news, Linux the Prophet, here with episode 1 of our Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links gameplay. In this episode, it will be just a beginner tips and tricks guide to make sure you can be the best you can be. First off, if you're playing with YuGiOh and you've made it to at least level 4, you've probably noticed that you've gotten this power right here, the power of dark. Alright? I'm going to edit the deck that he's already using, because as you can see, there's some major problems right off the bat. First of all, too many tribute cards. That is a thing, having too many tribute cards. Unless you're Seto Kaiba and you want to do the 3 Eyes Ultimate Dragon, you need 3 blue eyes and the Ultimate Dragon. But we're YuGiOh. We only need 1 card, and that is Dark Magician. We need that strongest card. We're going to remove the blue eyes, and we only need 1 Dark Magician. I'm going to keep a foil one just because it looks nice, not necessarily because it's stronger. You need cards like these. They're like 4 stars that have decent attack and decent defense, just in case you want to set it face down. Yeah, the Feral Imp and Horn Imp are great beginner cards. The Silver Fang with his 1200 attack can also be a very viable card for you. I don't really like Watt Kid because it's only 1000 attack. I mean, that could also come in handy, don't get me wrong, but I prefer 1200 and above. The Curtain of the Dark Ones, like 600 attack, 500 defense. It's not really what you need. The Banner of Courage is a great beginner's card because it gains 200 attack during your battle phase. It's pretty nice. The Block Attack spell. It's actually a great card. Like if a monster on your opponent's side of the field is in attack position, you can like set it to defense position and attack it from there. Same thing with Stop Defense. You can put a defense monster in attack position. Now, with this card, as you can see, decrease the attack and defense of all fiend and spellcaster type monsters. But if you have this right here, the Power of Dark, you don't need it. So that frees up a card. You can just remove it. Raime is, chip damage. It'll decrease your opponent's life points by 300 points. You can remove this card. This card's not really all that viable. Make sure you have equipped cards like the Sword of Dark Destruction, because Yugi specializes in dark monsters, so those are never too bad to have. And if let's say you have a fire monster, where's that one fire monster I saw earlier? Boom, Flame Spirit Ignis, 15 attack, 1200 defense. Not a bad card. And plus with the effect, if you tribute 1 face-up fire monster, you can deal 100 damage to your opponent. It's actually not a bad card. But for cards like these, you probably need, the Burning Spear. It'll decrease the attack by 400, but decrease the defense by 200. And since Yugi specializes in dark monsters, this card is also very good to have. Dark Effigy. You can tribute summon a dark monster by only using 1 card instead of tribute summoning 2. And that's what the effect of this monster is. You can never have too many of those. Nice. Split screen poke and confirm, if you guys saw that, by Shady Penguin. What else? There is a card that I have. Which I'm trying to look for it. Cosmo Queen. It hits harder and takes more hits than Dark Magician, so I'm probably going to add that and get rid of Dark Magician. I mean, I know I just said it's Yugi's card, but, Cosmo Queen hits harder. Trap cards I would recommend are the Straight Flush. It's really good in competitive play. It destroys all cards that are your spell and attack position. This is a really good card. If it destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can select one of the effects. The first effect, you can attack once again in a row. Like, you can go like direct damage if there's no monsters left on the field. That's a pretty good card. That is a pretty good card to have. You can never go wrong with that card. If you have the blue medicine, you just gain 400 life points. It's a safe card to play, safe card, because it's a spell card. You gotta have a tribute monster, just for that hard hitting. Gotta have solid cards that you can play, like that that you'll be safe to play, and like they won't get just blown back. There's also one other card that I saw that I had. Boom, right here. It's YuGiOh. So good luck trying to get it. It's a fire monster, so like I said, you can use the burning spear. You can set it face down, because its flip effect, each player discards one card. If this card is destroyed by battle, the monster that destroyed loses 500 attack and defense. Now, because it has a defense of 100, it's very likely that it will get destroyed. I honestly don't think there's a card that has 100 attack or less. So it's very likely that this card will get destroyed, but that is what we want, because the monster that destroyed it, let's say it's a Blue Eyes, it will lose 500 attack and defense. Then our Cosmo Queen can knock it out. Honestly, I think Cosmo Queen can knock it out regardless, but whatever. That's a good card to have in your hand. Effect monsters. Let me get into the effect monsters. Are cards that are bronze colored, and they have effects. If any spell or trap cards are chained, inflict 500 damage to your opponent. They have like some monsters effect you can activate once per turn. Some monsters effects they activate when certain conditions are met, like if it's attacked or not, or if a certain card is in the graveyard. Yeah. Spell cards. Spell and trap cards, you can never have too many of those, because trap cards are always safe. This is one of my favorite trap cards. It's really good when you're taking direct damage from a very strong card. During this turn, if you take battle damage of 2,000 points or more, increase your life points by 400. That's actually not a bad card to have, especially, like I said, if you're about to get blown back in attack position by Blue Eyes or Cosmo Queen or a Dark Magician. I actually have Dark Magician Girl. You get this card when you get this card when you unlock Taya Gardner, which I do. I have Taya Gardner, Joey Wheeler, and Yami Yugi. I started off with Yami Yugi. I would have went Seto Kaiba, but I was like, I'm going to get the Blue Eyes anyway, sooner or later, so whatever. I got Dark Magician Girl. You can add that if you prefer it over Dark Magician or whatever. But Dark Magician Girl, it gains 300 attack for every Dark Magician or Magician of Black Chaos in either player's graveyard. So it's actually not a bad card to play. Like if your Dark Magician dies, you can summon Dark Magician Girl. I'm not gonna add it because I don't have Dark Magician in my hand. I have 2 Cosmo Queens. I didn't even know. But Remove Trap, that's also a very good card. Like there's a face up trap card that's just giving you the business. Like that one mirror card, I can't remember what it is, but you can just go ahead and get rid of that. I don't think I have any reptile monsters. And that's pretty much it for the tips. There's ritual cards that need a ritual spell to summon. I'll get more into those probably in another episode. But yeah, you got the solid cards, you got your effect cards, you got your standard cards with decent attack, you got your spells and traps. But make sure you want to have a decent number of monsters. So like make sure you want to have a decent number of monsters, because you can start your hand with just trap cards, and that is not good for you. Your opponent can just blow you back. So this is one of the cards I was talking about. It's a very viable card. So make sure you have a decent number of monsters. Like I believe half and half is pretty good. So yeah, this deck we're gonna go ahead and try it out. See how you guys like it. We're gonna go ahead and try it out. Oh, I hit the home button. Silly. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and try this deck out. We're just gonna who to battle. Who to battle. We're probably just gonna go for just the battle, just to try out. Okay. Fusion connection. I think this guy's gonna have a fusion card, a fusion monster. Mickey. Okay. Just gonna try it out. See how you guys like the deck. I'm going second. That's really, I prefer going second because you can just see what your opponent's gonna set up. See, Joey Wheeler is my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh character because I like the fact that he has an every. This is what I was talking about right here. I started my first hand has nothing but spells and trap cards, so I really don't have the best luck. He summons a monster in attack position. If we can get any monster, that would be well. Ooh, Dark Effigy is actually not bad. I'm gonna set this card and face down, and I'm gonna normal summon this monster. Set the Burning Spear and the Power of Dark right here. The Xiaomi increase the attack and defense of all fiend and spellcaster monsters by 200 points. Dark Effigy is a fiend monster, so yeah. Now we're gonna change the battle phase, get rid of that monster, increase some damage. Saying over till it's over. He sounds like Joey Wheeler. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and end my turn. He's gonna summon a monster in attack position. Okay. 500 from my hand. I activate a spell. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and draw again. Sword of Dark Destruction. If I was really greedy, I would just like equip the spell. You know what? We're gonna do it. It's an equip spell. Dark Effigy is a dark type monster. I activate an equip spell. I'm gonna go ahead and equip that. 2100 damage. Change the face of battle. Attack his life points directly to do a massive 2100 points of damage. Go ahead and end my turn. He's gonna go ahead and summon the monster in attack position. See, he's gonna go ahead and fusion as well. We're gonna go ahead and battle because like there's nothing else I can do. I don't have any monsters in my hand, but that is by far one of the most underwhelming fusion cards in the game. It's gonna go ahead and summon the monster in attack position. You know what would be great if like when I draw my card, I get the Rime spell and I just win with the spell instead of attacking. Hornet, that would have been great a while back. I'm just gonna go ahead and attack position. I'm just gonna go ahead and attack. You're finished. Attack with the monster. As you can see, we didn't take any damage, but I feel like that was more because on his part he didn't play as smart as I would hope, and so there was he was kind of a pushover. But you know, opponent's life point reduced to 0. This deck will work better than what I did. That was because like I couldn't get the cards I started off with. That wasn't really what I needed. So Hold on, retry. There's a storm where I'm at, so my router might be going out. Guess I gotta work on how I use the defense position. Well, hope you guys enjoyed, the deck building video, beginner tips and tricks. Until the next time, I'm still the bearer of good news, Linux the Prophet, and take a look at yourself and just say, you're beautiful. You probably don't hear it enough. You also probably don't hear this enough. Thank you. I appreciate you for checking out the video, and I'll join you guys next time. Deuces.